Hi, in this video I'm going to talk about right triangles. Okay, now as I mentioned before, the sum of all the angles in a triangle will always equal to 180 degrees. Okay, I repeat that in every video because you will always use this when you're trying to find the sum of the angles. Okay, now let's go ahead and talk about a right triangle. The thing you will always have to remember about the right triangle is it will always have one angle that will be 90 degrees. Now let's take a look at this here. They mark the 90-degree angle with this little square here. They can write the number 90 degrees out like this, but you will have to remember and memorize this little mark as 90 degrees. Okay, so even if they just give you this little 90-degree mark here, they're still giving you an angle for the triangle. Okay, so let's go ahead and work a couple of problems out regarding right triangles. Let me go ahead and put another paper in the back so it won't look through, it won't see through. So this first example, we're going to find the missing angle. Let's go ahead and name the angles first. Name this one angle A, angle B, and angle C. And let us say that angle A is going to be 35 degrees. Okay, what is the measure of angle B? Now we can do this a couple of ways. The first thing that we have to do though is go ahead and recognize if we have any other measures besides 35 degrees. Yes, we do. We have the measure for angle C. Angle C, if you remember in the very beginning of the video, this little square here, this little square stands for a right triangle, which is 90 degrees. Okay, so we know that angle C measures 90 degrees. So the first way that we're going to solve for angle B is by writing an equation. What's the sum of all the measures in a triangle? 180 degrees. And we're going to subtract that from the sum of the known angles. We know angle A is 35 and angle C is 90. So let's have 90 plus 35. And that will give us angle B. Okay, got a little too close to the edge there. So let's go ahead and work out what's inside the parentheses first. Okay, 90 plus 35. What is 90 plus 35? Let's work that off to the side. Zero plus 5 is 5. 9 plus 3 is 12. So 90 plus 35 is 125. Don't forget about the 180 degrees and the subtraction symbol. So it's 180 minus, whoops, went a little too high there, but it's still the same. 180 degrees minus 125. And that is going to give us angle B. So what is 180 degrees minus 125 degrees? Let's work that out on the side. 180 minus 125. Okay, we can't take 5 from 0, so we have to borrow. This will give us a 7, and that'll make it a 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 7 minus 2 is 5. 1 minus 1 is 0. So 180 minus 25 will give us 55. And 55 degrees will equal angle B. The other way to think about it is money. I'll work it out on this side. Let's say that I have $180 because the sum of all the angles in a triangle equals 180. So let's say that I have $180. That's what I start off with. And I gave angle A $35. How much do I have left? I have to borrow, make it a 7. That'll be 10 minus 5 is 5. 7 minus 3 is 4. And then bring down the 1. But then I went to angle C and I gave it $90. So I have to subtract $90 from the 145 that I have. So 5 minus 0 is 5. Can I take away 9 from 4? No. So I have to borrow from the 1. It'll be a 14, right? So 14 minus 9 is 5. That'll be our answer here, 55 degrees. Now let's look at this. This angle here is the same as this angle here. It doesn't matter which way you work it out, you will get the measure for angle B. For the last example, let's go ahead and name our angles real quick. Let's name this one angle A, this one angle B, and this one angle C. And let's say that angle A is 20 degrees. And we have to find the measure for angle B. Okay? So again, let's first see how many angles we have. How many measures do we have? We know that angle A is 20 degrees, and we know the measure for angle C also. Remember this little box right here? This little box right there means that it's 90 degrees. So angle C is equal to 90 degrees. Now we can do this one of two ways, but I'll show you both real quick. Let's write an equation. We're going to start off with 180 degrees because the sum of all the interior angles in a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. And we're going to subtract the sum of the known angles. We know this angle here, and we know this angle here. So we're going to have 90 plus 20, and that's going to give us angle B. Excuse me. So I have a little degree mark on here. So let's go ahead and add this part first. We have to work what's inside the parentheses first. What is 90 plus 20? 110 degrees. Now don't forget about your 180 degrees and the subtraction. So we're just going to put 180 degrees minus 110, and that will give us angle B. Okay? So 180 minus 110. Let's work that out on the side. Zero minus 0 is 0. 8 minus 1 is 7. 1 minus 1 is 0. So then we're left with 70 degrees, and that will give us angle B. Okay, now let's think about it as in money. We start off with 180 because the sum of all the interior angles in a triangle will give us 180 degrees. So let's say that I have $180, and then I gave angle A $20. So we're going to subtract 20. 0 minus 0 is 0. 8 minus 2 is 6, and we have to bring down the 1. Okay, but then I went to angle C and I gave it $90. So I'm going to subtract $90 from here. 0 minus 0 is 0. Cannot take away 9 from 6, so I have to borrow from the 1. That'll make it a 16. 16 minus 9 is 7. So then this will be our answer here, 70 degrees. Now let's look at this. This measure equals that measure. So no matter which way you want to solve for the missing angle, you will always get the same angle. Okay, that's it for this. Bye-bye.